mid-week, mid-month. Yeah, precisely. 100% agree with you as well. And of course, let's just overall jump into the charts and actually go and start off going through the DXY. I don't know if you guys saw the big move down for the DXY. It happened like 15 minutes ago or something. Um, what we actually know just really went lower, right? For some reason, it just gapped down lower, etc., etc. I thought it was like some black swan event. That's what I was in the call with the students. Anyways, you guys know we are already looking for low prices. This call will be fast, like I told you guys. That will be fast paced, as I just overall need to cover some new shit, right? And of course, it's not shit. It's good stuff for you guys. You can see the original consolidation in here. You can see the overall that we are bearish institutionally. We have bearish institutional order flow. We're looking for low prices. Um, on a monthly time frame, right? That's pretty much all you gotta remember. Now, of course, that won't say anything because you can see some new things here. I think we'll deliver lower now in the beginning. Two relative lows which we have on the daily chart in the form of previous week low and this week's low, and I think we'll take those out and then we'll start delivering to a premium. You can see, look at this. This is exactly at the constant encroachment of this little fair value gap, and you can see this is more or less at the high of this little fair value gap, institutional differential, and lower on the weekly then. So if we now jump to a weekly, we'll zoom in a little bit. You can see now the vertical lows. You can see this week's monthly low right here, and you can also see previous weekly low. Now I think next week we'll take out this low. So I think on Tuesday next week, I think we'll take out both of these relative lows. I cannot pretty much go through what IPTA 1 and IPTA 2 is. Alright, you guys gotta figure it out yourself. Well, I'm giving you guys this. Alright, I'm giving you guys this. You can see pretty much, I think, everything over here. Why Tuesday? Yeah, that's special as well. Yeah, why specifically Tuesday? Yeah, it's more or less like the weekly profiles, right? So I want to see open, high, low, and close, and where we usually see a low getting formed in every single week if we're looking for higher prices or institutionally bullish price action. And this is actually not institutional order flow. It's actually in a market bank order flow. Alright, and I maybe want to go through in a market bank order flow and institutional order flow with you guys, as I've not even covered that with the students. I have a document for it. However, I've not talked specifically about the difference between institutional order flow and in a market bank order flow. There's there's a difference between them. Alright, where I can pretty much state the difference now. It's simple, super simple. Where institutional order flow is overall where we reach for a thing, alright, while in a market bank order flow or in a market bank flow is where we reprice. So whenever you reprice into a PDMA matrix, and I'll go through some examples of this in the next call. So let's just overall go through that in the next call. But when we reprice, for example, offer fair valuation to inefficiencies, that's in a market bank order flow. And when we reach for buy side and or sell side liquidity, alright, or follow the institutionally bearish higher time frame order flow, that's institutional order flow. Alright, so institutional order flow is where you have the higher time frame narrative and it's reaching for a low, alright, reaching for a drawn liquidity. Alright, and in the market bank order flow is where we're actually in a range, like where we're range bound and we're reaching for an inefficiency. Alright, and those two have a very close, of course, correlation, because you also have internal range liquidity and you have external range liquidity, and these four concepts more or less goes hand in hand. They are all different, alright, in combination they're goated, and maybe that's what. Do you guys want me to cover this next week, or not next week, but maybe some other day? Yes or no? As I think these concepts are key, alright, and I've not even covered it with the students. So like, I want to go through things with you guys, which I think is key for you guys to understand how the market moves and why the market moves. So you guys can overall know things in the markets, right? So like precisely where price will move and why price will move. Specifically why, because the why is super important. As if you don't have the context behind a certain move happening, You won't understand what is happening, and at the end of the day, you will have a much worse time understanding when it will happen. You know, the next time the same thing will happen in the markets, right? So you can see the relative lows right here, and now on the daily chart right here, you can see we should reach for now the external liquidity right here, but this is also time-based liquidity. And after the time-based liquidity have taken, I think we're gonna overall start in the market bank order flow upwards, reaching for inefficiencies, repricing these inefficiencies, reaching for one of these IPTA alignments, all right, and of course reaching for this equal highs, all right, reaching for this equal high right here. And of course, then we're going for the external liquidity again once we have repriced into the internal liquidity. Simple stuff, guys. Simple stuff. Now let's just go to the 4-hour. So of course, on the 4-hour, you can see pretty much that this week we have overall shopped around. You can see Monday we just overall opened up here, and this have just been a start of an consolidation. If you go to my other call, which I recommend everyone doing, if you go to the previous call I had, literally, if you guys would have just listened to that call, what did I say we would start doing? What did I tell you guys? Alright? Is there anyone in this call remembering exactly what I said in the last call I have on YouTube? Because I specifically talked about this consolidation and why it's important. So guys, why do you think this low is important? Or this consolidation is important? Or that's just a quick question for y'all. Accumulation. Yeah, it's accumulation. Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. To start the real run on price. Completely right. Yeah, like all of these things are completely right. All of the things you guys have stated is completely right. However, if anyone remember, I told you guys we would start an original consolidation. Why is this an original consolidation as well? Well, we're gonna have the power through, like you guys tell right, and it's doing this so overall this more money can accumulate. As you know, that's what the original consolidation is for. It's for accumulation in that given direction where they want to reprice to, right? So all of the things you guys have told is completely right. So it's accumulation, and we should seek a manipulation as well. So this is also as well a power 3, right? So we see the manipulation right here, and then we're going to see the distribution higher, right? But this is also an original consolidation. How is this an original consolidation, and why is it an original consolidation? It's an original consolidation due to that I think, and I said we would form what? A market maker sell model. Now you guys remember. So look, I told you guys we would see something like this. Alright? Didn't I? I did. So now I want everyone to go back into the call and actually listen to what I said. Alright, I said we would do something like this. And this was like 2-3 weeks ago. Alright, when we were more or less here. Alright? And if you just look at it, right, this is exactly what price have done. Exactly. So I want everyone after this call to go back and check my other call. Exactly, bro. Thank you so much. So look. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Look at this shit. Are you screenshotted it? Yeah, bro, you screenshot. I told everyone to screenshot it. This is fire, bro. See, bro. See. I said, bro, we would make history. Thank you so much for actually, listen to that call. All right? So everyone, like, this is all of the things which has happened for this entire year. I have predicted. Alright, I have told you guys what happened. And look, this is to late December. This is literally what's gonna happen to late December. As we're gonna soon run on the DXY. We are bullish, like we should run higher if you look at the seasonalities, which I have covered another day as well. We should run to start of December, and in December we should overall, go down lower. But thank you so much for actually covering this. I'll actually, take this, copy here, and copy it in here. So look, this was precisely like what I said. This was on a weekly chart, so let's just go to the week. And let's just overall do this first, so I can just take another screenshot. So look at this shit. Look at this shit. And it's actually happening. So this is actually happening, where we actually see an original consolidation form, which is this lower manipulation, of course, reaching up higher. Of course, we're gonna have a reconsolidation, reaching down lower, of course, another reconsolidation, and of course, do something like this. All right, so this is happening. I've shown you guys the graded price swings. I've shown you everything in here, every single little thing. So please watch this call, all right, from where this is actually taken. Now let's just go to the 1 hour. All right. But thank you so much for actually, screenshotting it. It means a lot for me, bro. As that makes it easier. And please have that screenshot, alright? You can put it on the wall, alright? You can put it on the wall. As it's most likely going to happen, right? I'm not telling everyone that it will happen, as it's always probabilities, right? It's always probabilities. Now you can see pretty much I'm thinking we'll run for these ready close. And under here is time is query. So what will happen after this? I'm telling you guys some major sauce here. We're gonna run because it's gonna be an STA. Alright, it's gonna be a bullish STA for the DXY. Now you know it's gonna have a bearish STA for EURUSD. Simple stuff, guys. Simple stuff. I think it's even forming an SMT, right? So let's just actually go to EURUSD for a moment, and let's just cover that. So on EURUSD, right, what you always see pretty much on the monthly chart, so let's just go to the monthly chart first, is that we actually have overall had an original consolidation in here. We're probably in this market maker buy model right here. We're reaching up for high prices, we're reaching for this, so institutionally we're bullish, we're looking for high prices. However, we still need to reprice. So on a weekly chart, as y'all can see, we more or less have now reached this little rejection block right here. Alright, so we more or less have reached this rejection block. Alright, now what I think will happen, right, we have not accumulated the same way we have accumulated on the DXY. Right, but I think we're still going to form this market maker buy model here. We've actually reached for this IPTA 1 25% market proportion block. Alright, you can see on the daily chart, we've soon reached this monthly order block right here. And I think, we're more or less having high here. And then see low prices reaching for, or overall going into in-the-market bank price action, or in-the-market bank order flow, I'm sorry for. Reaching for an IPTA alignment. Alright, I'll not go through what an IPTA alignment is. Reaching for sell side, reaching for sell side, reaching for sell side. Alright, even though reaching for sell side is still not bearish institutional order flow, it's bearish in the market order flow, as we're range bound. You can see we're in this little range here, which have gonna form, meaning in ranges you use OTE. Alright, listen to the sauce, alright, because I'm not gonna tell this twice. Alright, in a market bank, alright, price action, or in a market bank order flow, we use OTE. Alright, when we're not in a market bank price action, and we're actually in institutional in institutional order flow, right, we use graded price swings. Alright, so in range bound situations where we're actually in a market bank order flow, right, we use OTE. Alright, that being if we're bullish or bearish. Now, if we're overall in institutionally bullish or bearish, example, right, order flow, you should use graded price swings. Alright, hopefully everyone understands how great of a value this is. Alright, because I'm not telling this twice. Alright, anyways, so I think we'll reach up higher, take out this high, and then of course continue down lower, reaching for the sell side, targeting the IPTA 1. Alright, some sauce. Alright, all of which I'm telling you guys is sauce. And I said this call would be quick, because I don't really want to spill too much sauce. And this is stuff I've not even talked to the students about. Alright, the students go we go through much more in-depth stuff than this. This is like a play garden, right? However, I'm sorry to say it, but it's true, right? However, what I've covered, I've not said to the students either. Alright, I want this to go to everyone. Alright, it's not necessary to know. However, if you know it, you are becoming a 10 times better trader automatically. Right, because now you know when to use OT, and now you know when to use gray price swings, and now you're like, literally, that would pretty much predict the future just by using those two things, right? As now you know when price will reprice, now you know when price will expand. Alright, it all has to do with as well weekly, like I told you guys previously, it all has to do with measuring order flow and measuring mitigation, but also weekly profiles, right? So all of this is necessary for you guys to know, right? And of course, otherwise I wouldn't have said it. But I think we're gonna reach for this high, maybe this week or next week, maybe tomorrow or on Tuesday, all right? And then of course trade down lower and reaching for this, right? Reaching for this level right here. Yeah, that's literally like we can go through to the 1 hour. I think we're definitely gonna reach up higher here and then go down lower. Right, simple stuff, guys. Simple stuff. Um, yeah, literally think this is it. We can also go through GBP USD a little bit quickly. So I have GBP USD here, and pretty much same thing in here. We actually have taken out this high. We have actually formed an SMT now. Like you can see, we have also formed an SMT due to have gone into this propulsion block, right? So we have gone into this propulsion component, as everyone sees. So we are in this propulsion component, which of course Euro have not reached yet, meaning it's a SMT to a PD array. Alright, and I think this soon, or maybe this high, will be the high of the month. Alright, so I'm looking for shorts from here. Where do I look for shorts? You guys already know, you guys are supposed to know already. So I've also taken this buy side, which I have not taken on USD as well. So it's an SMT right there as well. Bearish for USD, bearish for GBP USD. Alright, anyways guys.